Hey everyone. I don't know how I threw that and it landed perfectly like that. This copy of Pokemon Red is not working. This is not my copy. This is actually a copy that a local game store asked if I wanted to take a look at because, well, as you can see, it's doing nothing. And it's pretty obvious why. When you look at the side of it here, we definitely have a clear bend. You can kind of see that. Yes, Daisy. This shell has been completely bent. Now, spoilers, I've actually already looked inside this. I looked inside this at the game store, and I am already aware of the damage. Now, I don't know how this happened, because I don't know the actual owner. So, I don't know if there's any way I can structurally reinforce the shell or anything like that. But Daisy, what? You're interrupting the whole video. I can hear you, bud. What? What? So, if you look, you can kind of see there's a whole just crease in the board, and we definitely have some broken traces up here. Now I have... What? Yes. Do you want to come up here? Okay, now you're up here. Now you're just distracting everybody, okay? You happier now? So, yeah. So right up, let's see if I can find where it is. So we definitely have a crease right there. I hope that shows up on camera. So because of that, all of these traces are physically broken right there. Hey, buddy. You're so helpful, Daisy. Now, the proper way to do this is to do just a board swap. Some people just get a cheap sports game or something like that. I don't personally like taking other games and ruining them for the sake of fixing another. I'm gonna attempt to grind those traces down and run copper wire for each of them. But I'm gonna attempt to do that, and I'm gonna see if I can repair it. I hope and I think it's only these traces here that are bad. What? So I do have my digital microscope that you can't see because there's a cat. And we are going to attempt to repair right here. So we're gonna take a brief pause here for a second because I'm gonna give my assistant here cat treats so I can start working on this because I don't want her up here while I'm soldering. So come on, buddy. There's now cat hair on the actual game I can see on the microscope. I'm gonna get a little grinding tool. So I'm gonna get this guy here. And I actually need copper wire, and I don't remember where I put that. All right, well, that was definitely not where we're supposed to be, but I found the wire. So what we're gonna attempt to do here is right along here we have 1, 2, so let's see, how many of these traces are actually bad? So if we look, we can kind of see right along here. We've got multiple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how many of these are affected by the crack, but I'm just gonna attempt to repair each of them by just running a trace wire from here to here, here to here, etc., etc. Okay, now let's see if I can attach wire to each of those without making a mess of the whole situation and bridging them all together, which is what I fully expect that I'm going to actually do. So we're gonna hit all this with some flux. Oh, this is very hard because I cannot see what I'm doing. Oh, well, it looks like Okay, well, apparently I'm sticking to the second one first. I didn't mean to do that, but... Okay, I think we're good. Uh-oh, face camera time. That usually means I screwed something up. Yeah, kinda. All right, I'm gonna try to make this quick. So, why are you seeing my face right now and not seeing me work on the Game Boy cartridge? Did I break it beyond repair? No, it works. I'll show you that in a minute. So I was scraping away the solder mask, and my digital magnifier, unfortunately, has these two little lights that like go down, and it's kind of hard to see. It's a lot of people modify them with better lights, and I've just never done that. And well, I couldn't really see what I was doing, and I grinded off too much of the solder mask and got past the copper trace I was trying to solder to, and ruined the trace that I was trying to solder to. So I ended up having to run a wire to a different pin, and that's when I realized, yeah, I should do this with a setup where I can actually see better. And that's when I went to my buddy Dustin's shop that he has. My buddy has a phone repair shop, and he has a much better digital magnifying setup than I have. Ironically, he only has it because he used mine one time and was like, oh yeah, I gotta get one of these. And then instead of getting the exact model I got, he got a much better setup than I got. So his is better than mine for now, until I upgrade my system with something cooler, because that's kind of how this works, you know. But yeah, so I went over to his shop, and I didn't film there because I don't know, I didn't bring my camera or anything with me, which I'm a jerk. I should have filmed there. I don't know. I was just like, shoot, I screwed this up, and now I need to use someone else's equipment so I can see better, so I can finish this up. And with the help of Dustin, we were able to run all the wires that we needed to do, and I was able to see properly what I needed to see. So that was tremendous help, and now I am currently looking on Amazon for the parts to upgrade my microscope so I can see better. But yeah, so let's just jump over the table and you can see what was done. So let's go over. What are you doing? Come on, let's go over the table. Why are you still there? Let's go over there. The table's over there. Bailey, what are you doing? Oh, it's Bailey. Look who's walking by. Oh no, Bailey does not like being on camera like Daisy does. So is all the work complete? No, we still have a few things to do. Now that I'm back here at my place. So as you can see, the battery is missing because I had to kind of work around that, and we tested it with a multimeter and found the battery was just dead. So there was no point in me continuing to work around it. I hope this stays in focus here. Now I had to run a wire all the way over here because some silly goose scraped too much away right here. Yeah, so in the future, don't use a grinding tool. I know it's nice because, you know, hey, that works so quickly and easily, but it's very, very easy for that to just get away from you, which I found out the hard way. Then also found this leg here, right up here, was just, the pad was completely gone, so we had to run a wire there. And then I think one of these other ones were missing as well. But then I reflowed all of the legs. All the legs have good contact again, and everything's working. But we need to put a new battery on there because I did remove the old battery that was on there. So let's get a new battery. Okay, so we've got our positive is up here, and this is our positive side. I am going to use isopropyl alcohol to hopefully clean this up a little bit. I'm gonna use some solder wick to clean up the pads here. All we're doing here is we just want to clean up the old pads, just all the old solder that was on there. Add some flux. Make sure to match up our positive side to our positive right up here. Get that nice and goopy and gross with flux. Okay. Last thing we got to do is we have to cover up all of the mess that we made with wires. So I'm gonna use some solder mask here, and I am going to paint over all of the wires, because I've got this little wire that runs up here. I'm gonna paint over that, and I'm gonna try to paint over that little blob right there. So that way, hopefully, hopefully this stays nice and strong. Hopefully this wire doesn't short on anything, and there's no corrosion, or that was way too much. Oh God, what have I done? What have I done? I did that very poorly. I need a paintbrush, that's what I need. I feel like I should have probably done this before I attached the battery. That would have been way smarter, because now I'm trying to brush that in there. Oh God, why do I do things so dumb? I'm sorry, tweezers. I'm gonna use you as a paintbrush, tweezers. So this will hold the wire in place. And wow, I'm doing this so poorly. This will hold the wire in place and should stop any corrosion or anything like that. Basically just kind of creating a nice little cover layer here for everything once it dries. It is also now coating my fingers. Kids, always wear gloves. Don't just handle chemicals without gloves. Okay, I think that's actually surprisingly not too terrible. It's terrible. I did a very bad job, and there is solder mask everywhere, but it could have gone substantially worse. I want to make sure I cover that up too. There's still some that I want to cover up. That's like under the chip. Just areas that I scraped away, and I just want to make sure, oh, that looks so much better. I just want to make sure that I don't leave any parts of the board exposed, because you don't want corrosion or anything like that to happen. I'm just going to clean up some of the excess here. All right, lastly, all we got to do is I'm going to take a UV light, and then I'm just going to place it over it, and I'm going to let it dry. You don't have to watch that. We'll come back and it's going to be dry. Okay, all right, it's been a while. We can turn that off. That should be dry now. So let's put this all back together. Yeah, that's definitely dry. Let's put this all back together real quick and test it out, see if it works. I kind of actually want to clean the back half of this shell first. So hang on one second. All right, it looks a lot better. It's a lot cleaner now. So now let's put this all back together. I will point out there's still just like a gnarly crack in this thing. Yeesh. But it's not mine. This is someone else's. If they want to fix that, they can. It's not my cartridge. I've already done enough to fix someone else's cartridge. Most importantly, does the game still work after all of that? And yep, there's the Nintendo. Oh, look at that. I'm quickly going to create a save file just to test the battery that I put in there, just to make sure the battery is working. Alright, we saved it. I'll take the game out, put the game back in, and yep, I have my save file. Cool. Game works. This is fixed. Everything is done. I hope you guys liked it. I know someone's gonna be upset because I did kind of jump ahead in the video to it being repaired after starting the repair. And rightfully so. You should be probably annoyed with that, but I don't know. I just wanted to make sure I was doing it right rather than continue to screw around with my little setup here. I just need to replace my lights here with like a ring light that clamps to the bottom here. So that way it's gonna shine straight down. I was looking at some online, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be my next step, is buying a proper light setup for this thing. So this is good, but it's just the lights aren't good enough for what I need when doing something like this repair here. So whatever, this is a very long, rambly end here to this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this was entertaining. I hope the kid who I fixed this for really is happy. Also, the thing, I gotta promote stuff. I gotta get better at promoting things. My Daisy Polaroid fell. I have a Patreon. If you guys would like to check that out, it is $1 a month. You can see me testing things. Is that interesting? I don't know, maybe to someone, but it's only $1 a month. You can subscribe, you can watch all the videos, and then you can unsubscribe. I don't care, it's fine. Do whatever you want. I have a Discord. If you want to join in the Discord, you can and talk to me and other viewers about tech things or cats or other animals. Hi, Daisy. Hello. Do you want to come up here? Obviously, we need to talk about Daisy. There's Daisy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to... I know, exactly. You have things to say, Daisy? Oh, okay. Anyways, I love all of you. Thank you for watching this. If there's something I could have done better or should have done better, or if you have any suggestions on what I should do in the future, please leave comments down below. So, all right. Goodbye, everybody.